Hey everyone, Roger here from Village Crafting Candle. Super pumped to be joined by our friend Dino from Persons of Interest, and really excited to talk about what you guys may have seen in prior releases about our new and upcoming aromatic line that we're going to be dropping very soon. I really wanted to connect with Dino, really wanted to have a chat, and he's got his hands on our product. We want to talk about really the importance of aromatics and diversifying the product line, why we've come up with the idea to kind of expand our offering on Village, and really what the intent is with respects to your customers' perception on your product line and how we can accommodate that, through this new drop that we're super excited about that's going to be being brought in around June of this year. So without further ado, Dino's on the call. Super pumped to have you on, man. Really want to talk about that. And again, you've got your hands on the product. And
Yeah,
before we kind of get into the details of the product, I want to really talk about more around your world again, in the sense that, you're a maker, you make a variety of different, personal goods and home goods. And, really, what does it mean to you or anyone that's a maker about diversifying the product line and continuously being creative and offering something to the market that's relevant and fresh?
sure. Well, first off, thanks for having me, Roger. Always a pleasure to see you and to chat with you. Um, yeah, let's jump right in. I mean, as a maker, and I'm immersed in this community, so I know a lot of makers, and I'm always speaking to makers. And the candle business is a great business. We both know that. But as a maker, you're always seeking to expand on that line. Your customers are always there. They want more, and you need to have products to give them. So I'm excited about this line. I really am. Not only is it going to give makers an opportunity to expand their line, but expand it with a level of luxury. If
Mm-hmm.
I can just jump in and show
Yeah.
what we're talking about here. First off, we're getting into this whole aromatic space outside of candles.
Mm-hmm.
It's really important to have more than candles. People want to scent their space with other options. It's not just candles anymore. There's diffusers, there's room sprays, of course. And for years, it was difficult for makers to find quality looking diffusers and spray bottles for room sprays, but Village has brought in an amazing assortment. We'll go with something like this. This
Yep.
is your standard room diffuser, and we're going to have this, as you see, beautiful white gold cap options with the black cap, gorgeous black as well. The diffusers themselves, Roger, if you want to touch a bit on that, these are not rattan diffusers, right? We're going with cotton
That's right.
sticks,
That's right.
which, in my opinion, absorb better. They diffuse better, so they will
Right.
absorb the scent better than rattan. They will throw the scent better. Great thing about these as well is these guys are coming with stoppers, so
Mm-hmm.
you can fill before you ship these. And of course, when they need to reorder, you'll be sending them full bottles that you pre-mix.
Mm-hmm.
But the beauty of this is it ships separately. You can have your sticks in the box. You can have this with a stopper and not have to worry about that spilling anywhere. The beauty of these also is the way they're matching up with. I mean, you take something like this, so gorgeous, take it with our black Terra candle now.
Mm-hmm.
Take that with. We'll jump into the room spray bottle here. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, you just created a whole new line for your customers, and like I said before, a level of luxury. The options are beautiful. You can go with the black. You can go with you have your white and gold. You have your beautiful white and gold spray bottles as well.
Mm-hmm.
That also can match up with your Terra candles. I mean, the options are endless. If you're going for something a little bit more high end, that your customers are looking for glass, for example. By the way, these may look like glass. They're so beautiful that they actually look like glass.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. These are recyclable plastic,
Mm-hmm.
easier to ship, lightweight. But I'm telling you, the level of quality on these, they just look gorgeous. If you are looking for glass, you have these beautiful bottles here to extend your range into room sprays with another level of luxury. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in actually too and add
Yeah,
to it. So, one of the objectives we had when we wanted to bring this line to fruition was not just come out with another product that is a room spray bottle that is very conventional in the market today,
yes,
something
yeah,
that you see under the sink, something that you don't want to show to anybody but want to use when it's required. And really, we took a combination of expanded aromatics with home decor. And so now
exactly.
if you happen to walk in a powder room or, the master bedroom washroom, you have a beautiful room spray bottle that potentially complements the rest of your decor around the house and within that primary room, in addition to actually having function. And so, to your point, Dino, pairing it up with, one of our elegant Terra candle jars with, a diffuser and a room spray bottle, all within the same family of colors and finish, actually creates this continuity of decor around your house. You don't
Absolutely.
have this uglier looking kind of simple room spray bottle paired up with a variety of different colors of jars. It doesn't have any type of synchronicity around the house, which is why we're like, it's important for us to do this. We're doing it with purpose so that your customer, the maker's customer, with the fragrance that they love that you make, can now enjoy it in 3 different applications across their home or office or wherever else they feel that they would like to put your products.
Exactly. And yeah, it gives the maker an opportunity to extend the range, and it gives that customer of that maker an opportunity to really up their aromatic game in their home space. Mm-hmm. And again, it's a level of luxury. Like I was truly surprised and shocked when I saw these. I initially thought they were glass. So I went to grab it. I was like, wow, they're doing glass. And I was pleasantly surprised. So these are absolutely stunning. And mm-hmm. On that note, we're talking about the diffusers. I want to bring in these beauties because these are for those people that are looking for something a little different, a little bit more modern. You got these 2 beauties here. These are just stunning. Mm-hmm. So this is like your Beaker style diffuser. Again, it's a cotton, not rattan, reed thick. This will absorb nicely. It will emit scent and throw scent really nicely. This comes in the white and the black. And again, you pair this up with your gloss black Terra,
right?
Your room spray bottle, and you have a line that you can offer that customer of yours.
That's right.
Everyone's going to be pleased with this. And like you said, everything has some continuity now. So you're not having, a diffuser in the bathroom that doesn't match the room spray bottle that you keep out in the dining area. Everything's going to have a nice matching look to it now.
Yeah. And I think, with the, we'll call it the Beaker style diffuser, until, we're prepping an entire content launch for all the names, which are going to be absolutely extraordinary. But, that Beaker style diffuser, if you will, doesn't necessarily have to be the only diffuser you have in the house. If you were rather a more traditional diffuser like the black rounded one, in addition to the Beaker one, that customer now has that ability to change the slight aspect of decor by room. And so you still have the continuity of color and fragrance that's inside, but yes, the room may not necessarily accommodate the Beaker style and would rather the more traditional diffuser, or have both depending on the layout of your room and what the purpose of that room is. And so I think
absolutely. I'm wearing black here, so I'm hiding everything. It's hard to see, but look how beautiful that is, right?
Yeah, it's a stunning.
Like you said, it gives that homeowner 2 options now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
And I think, you being obviously a maker and dealing with a variety of ways to label your product, walk me through, like, do you see any challenges with the way these products can be labeled in terms of your brand? And where would you think would be the most ideal way to label these things, or would you label them at all?
Well, absolutely. As a maker, branding is key, right? So as a maker, you want to have your name on everything. You can keep it, very minimal, or you can go big. I mean, this gives you plenty of opportunity to go with large labels. You can go with a sleeker label for something like this. Something like this, you might look at it and think it's a little bit tricky, but not necessarily. Let me see if I can give you an example here. We can go with...
While you're doing that, Dia, I'll talk about the fact that what we've noticed when bringing these products in and really working, amongst yourself and the rest of our design team, was really looking at clear labels so that it still accentuates the color of the jar, but yet maintains that level of branding that we all know is so important. And for those that may not be aware, like, this is the year where, makers and entrepreneurs are needing to focus on the brand. That's what's going to differentiate yourself from what may be a saturated market, but also put you in the front lines of any retail customers, whether it be online or physical brick and mortar. Labeling and branding this year is going to, take you to a new segment,
absolutely,
where people
absolutely. And again, for those makers that were maybe only doing candles, now is when they're really going to up their branding game, because now you have more objects to brand. So now is the time to really jump in it. So something like this, I mean, look, you can label it vertically. You can label it horizontally.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah. That's beautiful.
So you got a couple of options. You can make these look just stunning.
Yeah.
You can do a
Absolutely.
smaller label across the bottom. Of course, because of the curvature, it could be a little tricky. So you have to
Mhm.
really select your spot, but you have options and you can make this thing look stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, absolutely. And I think, outside of the design concept and why we spent so much time kind of coming up with this line of product and trying to, trying to fit the demands of generally the, people we've spoken with and really looking at the market and where the market has kind of stalled itself, right? In terms of general merchandise, makers have a really great opportunity right now to not only continue building on the strength of their brand, but diversifying it through the offerings that they have. And perhaps you may be doing it today. This adds potentially another layer of design and aesthetics to your brand as you continue to grow as not only a business, but as a name. But in addition to that, what we really think of, and just due to the nature of who we are at Village and we're supporting entrepreneurs, is how do we help you grow your business with not only a product design, but what the product could offer itself, whether now it's going to be an extended subscription box service, whether it's 3 different subscription boxes, one for candle, diffusers, and room sprays, or really
Right.
just having this ability to curate an entirely new marketing campaign, in a time of the year where typically candles aren't necessarily purchased or used as much as they would be, call it, in the fall, winter seasons. And so
That's right.
call it a seasonal hedge, if you will, but it's really saying that now you have this all year round business opportunity to continue making and selling products to a variety of different retailers or online customers, and really
Absolutely.
that brand going all year round as opposed to being, forced into a seasonally driven market. Right.
Of course. And as a maker, I mean, this is a business. You can only really grow your scales if you grow your SKUs. So, having this many more items to add to your collection is going to just automatically increase your sales.
Right.
There's just no doubt about that. So having good products and adding more SKUs throughout the season is the only way to see growth in your business.
Right. Right.
Look
No,
at that. Look how beautiful that looks.
that looks
And match
amazing.
it up with our Lux chart. Yeah, gorgeous. Right?
And that's really what we did. And, to that point right there with that amber color jar, one of our Lux jars and our room spray bottles, again, it's creating that diversity by still maintaining the consistency of our product lines that everyone is been accustomed to. Right.
Yeah,
and so that's
absolutely.
what's important to us, is saying we're not looking at designing and launching a collection that is completely out of left field, that has no synchronicity with the rest of our products, but yet rather complementary to what we've brought in. And again, we spent so much time designing, and, obviously, as you know, you've been a huge component of it. So the fact of the matter is that we're coming with something that's extremely complementary to the business that you're used to and the business that you've been able to grow. So it takes a lot less effort to educate the customer, your customer maker, on why they should get this bottle, rather than saying more of the fact that it's now expanding your home aromatics with your home decor application. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's listen, I know a lot of makers that only do candles and always would confide in me and say, I'd like to try and get in stores, but I only have a couple of candles. This would give those makers now an opportunity that we're maybe only selling direct to consumer, to go and build a full collection that retailers would be interested in. Because I deal with retailers. If you don't have enough SKUs, generally they're not interested. They don't want to buy from someone that just has 1, 2, or 3 candles. But now those makers that were doing that can offer a full collection, and the opportunity for their growth to get into retail, if they weren't doing that before, this is just going to bring their business to a whole nother level.
Absolutely. And you touch up on such an important point. Like, we have extensive relationships with different retailers out there, and really just canvassing the retail appetite. A lot of these, call it medium to larger size retailers that, are optimal in some cases to sell to, their requests are really saying, we're trying to deal with vendors that not only can provide us the consistency of product, but really come out with that diversity and the ongoing change of what we're looking for, because we want to continuously make our shelves as relevant and as fresh as possible. In addition to seasonality changes, we're looking for, design and application changes. And really, this launch of this collection is coming at a really interesting time. It's coming at a time when, retail customers are looking for local makers to supply them with products that they know are in market demand. And it's at a time when, the online world doesn't really have much of an opportunity to buy these finished products from makers at this level of aesthetics for a reasonable price, which is kind of where I want to shift to. And, you mentioned something in the beginning, which was they're elegant looking, and by for sure, 100%, that was the intent, was to make them as elegant and as beautiful as the rest of our products are, to complement everything. And the quality of these products are extraordinary. One thing that we're super excited about is that these will be released at a very effective, competitive rate. And so this was, again, one of the reasons why we've spent a little bit longer in terms of developing the product and really working with our key manufacturers to help us establish the product to not only be positioned aesthetically in the market that differentiates ourselves from anyone else that may be potentially supplying a very similar application, but yet rather something that a maker could acquire and still build out their product and release within a competitive price point. And I think that's really what's critical about this, is design can meet cost effectiveness. And we're not saying that just because it looks nice, it's got to be priced really high. If anything, what we try to do and what we feel confident we've been doing over the years is really to continuously providing a relevant design portfolio of products that continuously changes, that offers that level of growth, all while bringing value to what we offer in terms of product. And I will reassure you that when this gets dropped, many of you will feel that this is not only well below what the expected price point, you would perceive it to be based on the way these products look, but you'll be pleasantly surprised with how you can then position this product paired up with the other products that you make and be able to market, at a very competitive price. So that's what we're really.
And you know what? Normally products like this, of this quality, not only are you saying it's going to be priced right, but the beauty of this is normally products like this, the minimums are pretty high.
That's right.
You can't get these, you're going to make this very accessible for the makers out there to be able to jump in and purchase these quite easily.
Yeah. And that's, again, bringing up another valid point. We spend a lot of time working with our manufacturers, essentially making sure that we can get a product built no different than our jars for our candles, where the minimums are really just a case of 12, rather than
so accessible.
Exactly.
So accessible. Yeah.
And that's really the objective of Village as a whole, is saying, how do we bring our customers wholesale level pricing without the wholesale level volume that is a minimum? And really it's our objective to continue doing so across all of our categories within the arsenal of our products. And that's really been our objective from day one. And I think with something like this, which we feel very confident is very different than what's offered in the market today, especially when you pair it with the price point that we're coming to market with, I think is a testament to our ability to drive value continuously so that the maker can continue to grow their business. And that's really what we're looking at, is making sure that we continue to support entrepreneurs and makers in their journey to kind of scale their business, with the partnership of a resource like us.
That's right. Yeah, absolutely. It's very exciting. Exciting.
It's very exciting. We're super pumped. And I'm looking forward to everybody kind of getting their eyes and their hands on products. And I think, again, it's a June drop that's going to happen. We're really excited about it. You'll see some other content coming up in the next little while with respects to our product lines, the color options, and everything that is around this. And, I know that there's a lot of already some excited people, including everyone here at Village, in terms of what this is going to be portrayed at in terms of this value that we talked about. So I'm super pumped, and I'm glad we had this chat, because we normally don't do this for any type of product drop, but then again, this is our largest collection drop that we've ever had in the company's history. And I think this is a step forward in the right direction in terms of spending the right time and being patient with design and manufacturing can really drive the right value forward.
Yeah. I think the makers out there got a lot to look forward to. They should be very excited.
I appreciate it, and appreciate you. And obviously this is a great chat, and I'll look forward to doing more of these. And then, as we continue to develop this line, I'm really excited for what the path forward looks like with regards to this collection in terms of, the future designs and colors and all the different options we're working with, for this journey around this collection.
Absolutely. And I'm excited too. Like I said, I have a lot of makers that are friends that come to see me, and they're going to be pretty stoked when they see this collection. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I appreciate it, man. Thank you again. And
Thank you, Roger.
we'll chat soon.
All right.
All
Thanks
right,
so
pal.
much.
See
Take
ya.
care.